Hello everybody, it's Tony here with Lindblad Expeditions, a tour and expedition company established in 1958. We're on scene here in the Galapagos Islands to look at an evaluation of an eco-tourist program to see how engagement in the program will impact the knowledge, attitudes, and behaviors of participants. Specifically, we want to see if involvement in the program has any impact on participants' conservation beliefs or behaviors. The beginning sections of the evaluation provide us with some key information about the program theory, implementation, and demographic information of participants. Over the course of 7 days, 61 participants experience a variety of experiential and guided learning activities really rooted in the theory of planned behavior and the EROT framework for successful environmental interpretation, which really states that in order for an environmental interpretation tourist program to be successful, it must be enjoyable, relevant, organized, and thematic. The participants are provided with a 6-page pre- and post-test questionnaire that seeks to measure a variety of different changes. Survey questions were really created to measure the following 6 key components. So one being overall enjoyment and satisfaction with the experience. 2, an objective measure of knowledge gained about the Galapagos Islands through the tour program. 3, an assessed or self-assessed perceived knowledge change about the Galapagos Islands. So they were asked questions like, how much do you think you learned as a result of this program? In addition to that, they were required to answer questions surrounding around self-reported environmental behaviors and intentions. That's really key, and we're going to kind of come back to that a little bit later. They also looked at attitudes towards Galapagos National Park, and last but not least, they really tried to see if the program impacted their behavioral intentions to engage in what they call conservation philanthropy, which is basically donating to the program. Survey questions were based on a variety of prior studies that seek to measure similar changes, in addition to being reviewed by Galapagos National Park employees for face validity. Based on the analysis of the survey answers, the authors of the study were really able to determine that the program was successful at increasing general environmental behavior intentions by about 17%, with really significant increases in questions that had to do with writing letters to government officials, joining environmental organizations, or even, attending meetings pertaining to the environment in the future. The results of this evaluation are important for the larger tourism industry due to the lack of research connecting programming or program theory to changes in environmental behaviors and intentions. Beyond the scope of the tourism industry, I think it may be really interesting to see how this evaluation may or may not affect programming design, specifically geared towards changing employees' environmental behaviors within organizations. So as more and more organizations begin to see their impact on the environment, the results of this survey evaluation might help to inspire programs that target employee environmental behaviors. The survey questions, specifically those measuring environmental behaviors, may be used in a variety of different settings, not just the tourism industry, but also within organizations themselves. So this really leads me into the reflection component, right? So in thinking about this, I put a great deal of time into selecting an article that really resonated with some of my own personal values. I care a lot about the environment. I wish I was actually in the Galapagos Islands. That would be a dream come true. But specifically, I was really trying to search for an article that looked at employee environmental behaviors, and I wasn't able to find very many research-oriented articles that really look to see how programs or policies within organizations actually change individual behaviors amongst employees, while there's a lot of research that looks at larger societal behaviors relating to the environment, so like recycling or behaviors around driving a car or riding a bike, there's not nearly as much on the level of behavior within organizations. And I think about this, and I think about the world that we're living in and the world that we're moving into in the future, right? And seeing as how organizations, the market, have been such a big contributor to our current environmental crisis, I think they have to be part of the solution, right? So I think there needs to be research in these areas to look and see how specific programs affect employee behaviors within businesses. Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this, and yeah, I'm gonna go play with these lizards over there. See ya.